Hello boxing fans, right now I'm going to give a half-hearted prediction on Manny Pacquiao versus Timothy Bradley, mostly because I've been thinking for the last week or so if I should actually do this prediction, because to be honest I couldn't give a fuck. I mean, I, every time I watch Manny Pacquiao I like him a little bit less because he's starting to bore me now, and I've watched Timothy Bradley since Junior Witter and he's never blew me away, to be honest. I've always thought he's just above world standard, not elite. He's not. I don't get it. I don't see it. So anyway, this is how I'm going to see the fight. I'm just going to quickly run through a few key points and then I'll say just how I see the fight going. First thing to consider, I guess, is Manny Pacquiao is on the slide. You know, he did lose the fight to Marquez, in my opinion. He was outboxed by a backfoot fighter, counterpuncher, who didn't try to engage. I had money on Pacquiao, but you know, going into the final round I had Juan Manuel Marquez winning at least 9 rounds. I think Pacquiao knew that too. But don't forget, there are major differences between Timothy Bradley and Juan Manuel Marquez. The first thing you need to consider is experience at the top level. Tim has none. Marquez has been there, done it, he's fought the best, beat some people, lost to some people, and he's done it with Pacquiao before. Timothy Bradley's not. He never really had to challenge at 140. He just bided his time and waited for the Pacquiao fight. If you think differently, prove me wrong. I doubt it though. Like, well, if you just say, he fought him on Peterson. Yeah, so what? That was before he was on steads. Another thing you should consider is stylistically, they're totally different, Marquez and Bradley. You know, Bradley's a front foot pressure fighter. You know, he's not got no concussive power. He's not going to knock anyone out. Juan Manuel Marquez, however, can punch. He can punch very well, and he's a back foot counterpuncher. Totally different. And lastly, once again going back into this, Juan Manuel Marquez is the best lightweight or light welterweight, hands down. No need for any matches. He just is the best at those divisions. If you deny it, who's he gonna lose to in the 140 division or 135? I don't think anyone. Timothy Bradley, however, his claim to fame or supremacy at 140 was a fight against Devon Alexander, who also lost his previous 2 fights. You know, he also got a victory, by the way, this Bradley, over, you know, Lamont Peterson, who basically became a credible opponent after he needed steroids and a bent referee to beat Khan. Well done, Peterson. In fact, I just remember a few comments I've got on a few of my videos. They were going, Lamont Peterson's the man at 140 pounds, la 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 la. And they were going on about how good Lamont Peterson is. And then I was just thinking, I comment back and went, you know the way he's having a rematch with Amir Khan, would your view on Timothy Bradley change if Lamont Peterson got stopped in the 3rd round or something like that? And they didn't really say anything about it, really. So now that all this steroid shit and the fact that I think the referee pretty much helped Peterson win that fight, all this just came out. What do you think? Has that changed your opinion? Because it's totally changed mine. Okay, the best thing for Timothy Bradley is that he is young, he does have stamina. I don't think that the catchweight situation's going to hinder or help him. It actually might help him, you know. He's a 140 pound fighter, he's not having to make such a drastic move up in weight. I think that's probably going to help him. Another thing is he has fought a few times against southpaws, so he should... against southpaws, sorry. So he should be used to their type of style, but Manny Pacquiao is a different kettle of fish, in my opinion. Another thing I guess you could consider is when you look at these guys who Pacquiao has fought, he does very well against guys who come forward and try and fight him. I can't see Timothy Bradley on the back foot in this fight. I don't think he has the boxing skill. He's not Juan Manuel Marquez. If those two got in a ring at 140 pounds, I think Marquez would destroy him. Or, well, when I say destroy him, I mean he'll get a unanimous decision against him if it's a fair fight. But I don't think he can go on the back foot against Pacquiao. I think he's going to have to come forward, he's going to have to fight, because also, don't forget, Pacquiao's been saying to him, give the fans what they want, and that's a good fight. We want to see a good fight. I mean, I don't want to see a ball fest. And they're willing him to fight. I mean, his best chance of winning is he's got to dominate. He's got to dominate each round concussively, and that's how he can win the fight. Can he do that on the back foot? I don't think he can. Not many people do that. If you fight on the back foot, usually if you win, you sometimes get robbed. You know, I wouldn't chance it. I'll just go all out for it, and I think that's what he's going to do. and therefore fall right into Pacquiao's plan. So yeah, just before I put out my prediction now I see the fight going, I just want to say, you can write whatever you want in the comments, you can agree with me, disagree with me, it doesn't matter, but I'm going to do a whole lot of gloating if you be a cunt on my video. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm going to do a whole lot of gloating, and you better come back and have some humble pie if I'm right, which is 99% likely. So this is how I see the fight going. You see, Timothy Bradley will start cautious. I think he will. However, I think he should start fast. He did start cautious as also against Casamayor. You know, it took him to round 8 to get this OAP down and out, that is. And you know, he's gonna have to be better than that. I think he'll have to start faster, get the rounds in the bag. You know, if Pacquiao opens up a lead on the scorecard, the game's over already. He has to keep every round competitive, and he's got to actually dominate them, maybe more. You know, in theory, the best way to win would be fighting on the back foot as a counter puncher, but he's not Marquez, he can't do that. He'll come forward, and therefore I see him getting picked off by that left hand. He's been dropped by that left hand before. Let me take you back to Kendall Holt. Do you think Kendall Holt's a bigger puncher than Manny Pacquiao? No way. If you think that, I really disagree with you right now. You know, I really disagree with that. You know, Pacquiao's a lot quicker. I think he punches harder. It's that speed and power combination that's going to be too much for Bradley. At some point he's going to take a few combinations right down the pipe, and I think at that point it's going to be pretty much over. So I don't see Timothy. The best Timothy Bradley can do, I think, is survive the 12 round distance. Will he do that? 70% of me thinks no. Maybe 30% of me says he could do it. I doubt it. I think Timothy Bradley gets knocked out. I'm saying by round 8 the fight will be over. Round 8. To be honest, this is usually where I say, tell me what you think about the fight, la 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 la, but to be honest, there's so many absolute cunts and douchebags who just want to disagree with you and have a go at you that I couldn't give a fuck really. I might not even comment back, so maybe don't waste your time.